What is going on, guys, and welcome to episode 32 to the 5-1 Formation podcast, and we got the visuals, guys. It's good to be back, good to see you all. Well, I've seen you, but it's good to be back doing this, what we love, what we do, what we breathe, what we shit, what we eat. Guys, let's fucking get right into it. I'm so pumped that we're here. Let's get started. First of all, I just want to say, what's going on, guys?
What's up with you? Let us introduce ourselves to a real fucking camera this time. My name's Antonio Canales with the Spain jersey right here.
Name's Tommy. Tottenham.
Alex Karabatos.
Chelsea, George.
That was probably really loud.
And Paradise.
All right, so guys, we haven't had much league action because the season was ended with the coronavirus, but PSG with a friendly match against a Ligue 2 team. I'm for sure gonna butcher this name, but the team is called Le Havre, and they got dismantled 9-0 against PSG. Which, by the way, they had stands in the. You know what? It's okay. You know what? You guys chill. They had fans in the stands.
There you go.
All right. Obviously not to full capacity due to the COVID-19. Right. 5,000 fans in a 25,000 capacity.
It's a start. Baby steps.
Baby step. What do you got? Well, first of all, obviously PSG in its dominant ways in Ligue 1 or just in France, let's just say. What do you guys think about this whole COVID thing now? Is it a good step? Is it
Feels rushed.
Yeah?
Just
Why?
wait till the next season starts. Be 100% sure that everything's going to be good.
Yeah.
No need to have fans yet. It's working. Every league's doing it. Just wait till the next season starts. That's it. Wait till Champions League's done. When the new season starts, allow baby steps, like you said, half capacity.
Well, yeah.
And that's it.
I mean, 5,000 isn't that much.
But still.
For 25,000, it's like,
you see outbreaks happening now with bars and restaurants opening up. Imagine now 5,000. It takes one person to screw everything up.
But I mean, there were obviously measures put into place, like the rest of the world. Everyone who attended the match had to wear a mask, and obviously there was the whole social distancing. Not everybody was sitting next to each other. It was all like spaced out, from what I saw from photos and from articles I was reading.
Some people also had masks, you know.
No, I think it was mandatory to watch the game. You had to have a mask on.
Oh, they all had masks.
No, they didn't.
No?
No.
Interesting.
No.
Interesting.
I was going to say what I've been saying about what's been happening post-COVID with soccer is at this point they're in a testing phase. So they're trying to see what works
and what doesn't.
And what doesn't. So at first it was the whole stadium sound thing, because when we first watched Bundesliga after the restart, there wasn't any sound. It was just you heard the
players and
the coaching and stuff, and that was it.
But they haven't added the sounds to Serie A when you watch it on the zone.
No, I think they did.
No.
There's no stadium sound. I think there's a separate thumbnail for stadium sound.
Not for Serie A.
Serie A is the only league.
You know why? Because I told you last time.
What is it?
Whenever you watch a Serie A game, all you guys like all you just hear is like an ambulance just driving down the street or something, but it's just a bunch of Italian players just yelling at each other, you know.
So I think what Ligue 1 is doing is they're trying to see what works, and the fact that they're only letting 5,000 people, you said?
Yeah, 5,000.
It was just to see how everyone would react and how everyone would be seated next to each other. From the picture that I saw from Mbappe's Instagram, was everyone looked a bit too close, in my opinion. Yeah. Either that or it was just family members that were really close. I don't know if that was the case. That would make sense, but
I would hope
from the picture, in my opinion, because the arena's so big, I feel like they should have been just a little more spaced out.
Yeah.
But anyways, just to go back to what I'm saying is that I feel like the leagues are just testing different ideas to see what works and what doesn't.
And I'm sure not everyone got tested. They're not going to test 5,000 people before entering the stadium.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, unless it was just with the fever gun.
Yeah. Fucking every person that walks in, but you have no choice. But I think they were proactive of ending the season first, so it makes sense how they're proactive of testing that out first to bring fans in slowly. So, I mean, good on them. I don't see a problem with it as long as people are. I think they should make it mandatory to make it for them to wear masks, because at that point, I mean, there's no necessity for them to be there at the end of the day. Nor should soccer be played, but you know. it is what it is. At
Money
this point.
has to be made. The economy
Money
has to
be made, so,
keep rolling.
So,
But it's not only for the economy; it's for keeping spirits high, providing entertainment.
Yes, but it's the
During the lockdown, it would have been nice to have some people playing some entertainment, but we all got through it.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Us on the table, anyways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's that with the league. Moving right along to the busy, the entertaining, the mighty Premier League. And guys, 3 games left. A lot of teams in the juggle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th.
Yeah.
I want predictions right now. Tony, I'm gonna start with you.
All right, so I'm gonna lay a bomb on all your asses.
Oh, baby.
no.
Did my research,
Oh no.
and
Be
what I
kind.
came. I'm sorry, Tommy. So, from 3rd to 8th, this is what I have. Man U is gonna end up with 68 points in 3rd spot. Behind them, Wolverhampton with 64.
Oh fuck.
And behind Wolverhampton is going to be Chelsea with 63 or tied on 64 points. So basically, for me, it's a toss-up for 4th between Wolverhampton and Chelsea. It's going to be a tight battle between them, and it's all going to be decided at the end of the season when they play each other for the
Last game.
So
Yeah.
that's why I chose one of those teams. It's not Wolverhampton over Chelsea or Chelsea over Wolverhampton. It's more like either one of those teams is going to be in the last Champions League spot in 4th. Then I have Tottenham in 5th with 61 points. Sheffield United in 6th with 60 points. And then Leicester with 59. I don't think they're going to win one game for the rest of the season.
Who are they playing?
Who, Leicester?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rough schedule. I have
So-
it right here.
I have it here in front of me.
I feel like the biggest letdown after the lockdown was Leicester because of how, like we've mentioned before, how high they were running, and they've just been
They had that
terrible.
3rd spot locked
Yeah.
and loaded, man.
They've
They
been
just
terrible.
they butchered it completely.
Like really bad. I know Jamie Vardy, he got a brace like what was it, 2 weeks ago or a week ago or whatever it was, but they haven't been performing to what they were.
And that's why I see them like dropping out of both Champions League
And Europa,
and Europa. Because get this, look who they're facing their last 3 games. Sheffield, who's been on an absolute tear. Tottenham, I think they have quality over Leicester. And at this point of time, they have the momentum as well. And Jose Mourinho, which is an added touch. Some might argue that. And Man United. And I'm sorry, Leicester isn't getting past Man United that last game.
It's fair.
The only maybe 3 points they might get, I would say, is against Sheffield. But even at that, Sheffield has been too strong lately.
Yep.
So
what about you?
Mine.
Yeah.
Okay. So
If you don't necessarily have one, it's
No, I
fine.
do, I
but
do, I
That's
do.
it's okay. But for anybody, like, I'm just trying to get a discussion
yeah.
going.
So
You know?
3rd, I have Chelsea.
Okay.
4th, I have United.
Yeah.
5th, Tottenham. 6th, Wolves. 7th, Sheffield. And last one is Leicester.
8th with Leicester.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my prediction.
Alex.
I'm gonna say the points as well. So for 3rd place, I have Man United at 66 points.
Mm-hmm.
For 4th place, I have Chelsea at 65 points.
Yep.
For 5th place, I have Wolverhampton at 62. That was 5th. So for 6th place, I have Leicester at 61. I have at 7 Sheffield tied at 61 points, but Leicester are going to beat them on goal differential, which I feel is they're going to tie points at the end, but they're going to beat them on goal differential. And at 8th place, I have Tottenham at 59 points.
Oh, you're keeping Tottenham.
Yeah.
I was expecting that.
Really?
Especially
But it
from
makes yeah, but hold on a second.
So
it
let's-
makes more sense because of the fact of how low they're in points right at this moment.
Yeah.
But
And they've been
They're at
to
his
52.
prediction is if we win all last 3, it's 61 points.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I'm not predicting they're winning all 3 last games.
I don't think
Who do you
so
predict
either.
They're gonna lose to.
Let me see here.
They've been too inconsistent this year, and so has Chelsea.
Yeah, but get this. Tottenham are playing Newcastle. So
They're gonna beat.
Leicester has been terrible, like I said. So they're winning against Leicester.
And then Palace.
And then Crystal Palace, which might be a toss-up.
So this was my prediction for Tottenham.
Yeah.
They're going to get 7 points out of the 3 games.
Okay.
So 2 wins and 1 draw. So they're going to beat Newcastle, in my opinion. They're going to draw Leicester.
Yeah.
And they're going to beat Crystal Palace. 7 points. 52 plus 7,
Okay.
59 points.
That's
8th place.
fair because I was going to give 7 as well. And then I said, fuck it, let me be nice because we have Tommy on the podcast. But no,
No,
realistically.
it could have been. Yeah.
No, realistically, I see them getting their last 3 games as wins because they need that push. They absolutely need to be in Europe this season. Next season.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, but that's for mine.
George?
I don't really have like a prediction written down, but I'm just gonna go off of what happened as of recent in the PL. I strongly believe, and I hate to say this, that United might finish 3rd on top of Chelsea, and Chelsea got.
I think everybody on this table hates to say United 3rd.
Yeah, I know. It's just out of. Anyways, only because Chelsea have gotten really lucky that Southampton tied to United today 2-2.
Yeah.
And the games where Chelsea should be winning, it's just been an absolute coin toss because of their fucking scrap defense and their scrap goalie, you know. So Chelsea 4th, and then after that it's just I'll go with Wolves, Sheffield, and Tottenham.
Okay.
I don't see Tottenham.
But what I said wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad. But like
what I said
it's
was
just,
2 wins and 1 draw in their last 3 games. That's good. But because
Yeah.
they're low in points
Yeah.
versus everybody else,
they'll finish the season strong, but not
but
enough.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
I don't know. That's what I think.
So
So-
I wanted to just justify my Chelsea my Chelsea prediction since I'm on the team now.
Yeah.
They have Norwich, which is an easy win. I put 3 points there. Then they're facing Liverpool, which is a toss-up at this point of the season because you don't know if Liverpool is going to have their 3 front men flying, scoring goals or
just whatever.
Yeah.
Like the last game that they played against Burnley,
And
right?
they tied
And they
1-1.
drew.
Yeah.
Which Nick Pope, by the way.
Unreal.
Can we talk about that real quick?
yeah,
go for it.
man.
So Nick Pope, is he getting signed to a bigger club in the PL next season or this summer transfer window?
I think because every team due to COVID has lost a bit of money, I think now would be the perfect time to let him go for Burnley
Okay.
to get some of that money back.
Okay.
Because I could see him going for like 20 to 30 max. I don't see him going for maybe more than that, but 20 to 30 you can get Nick Pope for. And it would be a team like I think you guys were saying Everton. I think Antonio.
I said Everton.
Which
see
is-
that's the perfect fit.
That's a
because
nice fit,
The
definitely.
other top clubs have goalkeepers.
So you would think he would
it-
start over Jordan Pickford.
I
Yeah,
believe
100%.
100%.
Really?
I believe so.
I wouldn't even keep Pickford on the fucking roster.
Oh, yeah.
The way
He
he's
fell
been
off.
playing.
or keep him as a
I
backup.
feel like he was overhyped a little, no?
Because of the World Cup. He had a good World Cup. I'm not going to take it away from him. He killed
England
it.
England in general had a very
Yeah,
good World
yeah,
Cup.
They overachieved. Pickford killed it, but now he's fallen off ever since then. He hasn't been the same.
Pickford was
to
only
me.
selected because there was nobody else. Don't forget. Now there's options for England,
Their previous goalie was Joe Hart.
and he was on the
Who
downfall.
another guy
Yeah.
fell off
Like,
real
he
badly.
was on at that point he was on the downfall of his career, but now they have Nick Pope, they have Jordan Pickford, and there's one more goalie that I'm forgetting.
Keaton?
I think Dean Henderson.
Dean
maybe?
Henderson.
So they have options now,
Yeah.
and I would choose either of those two over Pickford.
Yeah, 100%. And that's why I'm saying for Everton, if they want to challenge for top 6 next season, they need to get a goalkeeper at least
I
at
agree.
the minimum.
Because they have the manager.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't have a terrible group of players.
They've never had a
And
terrible
they've never had.
And they make the right purchases too, all the time.
It's just
Yeah.
it doesn't click.
all the
because
time.
of the coach, and now they have the coach, so there's no
And
excuse.
the system was working when he came back. It's just unfortunate they lost last game against Wolves, but Wolves is the better team.
But
in my
Pickford is such a
They
fan
are
favorite.
the better team.
That's why, man. I don't think, like Tommy just said, I don't think he's gonna leave. Bro.
He's a fan favorite. They all love him there.
He's British, bro. He's English. He's
So-
not, he's
so
not
is
gonna
Nick
go
Pope.
anywhere. He's a fan favorite.
Well,
I really don't see. I
But
don't,
as
I don't-
a fan, don't you want to see
of
results
course,
more?
bro. At the same time, when you have a favorite for someone, you still for Juve to bring it to my perspective too. For Juve, as much as Bernardeschi is an absolute airhead, I have a soft spot for him still. You know,
Okay.
but
Okay, that's
That's
fair.
a good
That's
way
fair.
of looking at it.
I mean, I'm assuming there's some fans that have the same way of thinking for Pickford too. He's still 26. Pope is also in his prime years at 28. So I mean, if Ancelotti is smart and the management is smart, 100%, make movements where it's needed. But
Or you get Pope and you make both of them fight for the number one spot.
Which would increase Pickford's potential, in my opinion.
I think that's
And it
He
would
would
push
up-
him.
he would up his
it
game.
Would push it.
Yeah.
Push him to up his game like everything else.
Because he's had some blunders at after.
Guys,
Pope.
we've
He
seen-
he
we've
almost
seen
he
this.
almost coughed up the ball this week.
Yeah.
the last game that
Yeah.
they
Through
played
his legs.
through his legs
Yeah.
But he saved it on the line, so.
with goal line
That's
technology.
even at
For
that,
once
like-
that it worked.
as much as goalies make mistakes, bro, it's very rare that you see them get fucked off like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen often, bro.
Fucked off.
Yeah, like dipped, like they sell him.
Look at Karius.
Okay, that's a different.
We want to compare him to him, bro.
I'm just saying.
And we're comparing.
No,
Liverpool
I'm
to
with you.
Everton.
I think before, what Anthony's trying to say, in my opinion, I think is before where there weren't that many options, but now there's options for goalies, in my opinion, especially in the Prem.
And for Hope, I don't want him to go and compete
For Pope.
against another goalie.
You said hope.
Hope, my bad. I don't want Caves. Whoops.
You have hope
my
for
bad.
Pope?
No, yeah, but I don't want him to go and compete for a spot. He doesn't deserve that. He deserves to start. And to go against Pickford,
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, but they're always going to choose Pickford over him.
But
And
he
then he's going to waste his time on the bench.
but he also doesn't deserve a team like Burnley. No offense.
No. I say
that-
go to a bigger team. Go to a bigger team, but don't go to Everton and fight against Pickford. Be the number one. You're gonna say he's gonna toss up and fight against Pickford. Pickford's always gonna win just because they love him that much.
We should also be careful because I think this was Pope's one big season.
Sweet.
And I think it was his only big, like standout season.
Yeah.
So it might be like a Pickford
So-
last season.
So that's why I think, but that's why I like the Everton pick because I think there it wouldn't be too much pressure, and like you guys are saying, if they somehow keep Pickford and him, it'd be a very nice battle, and you're gonna get the best out of both, no matter who you're putting on, in my opinion. So I think it works.
If he does go to a team and he has to fight for it, go to a team that actually is in a cup. Because
Yeah,
right now Everton's
Chelsea.
just the season.
Yeah, but
how are you gonna split it?
Well, right now, actually, Burnley's on top of Everton in 10th place, and Everton's in 11th. So bite your tongue on that one. But for
No.
like ultimately, Everton should be higher.
They should be higher. No,
competing.
but I meant-
100%.
But I meant if he does leave and he does go and compete against another goalie, go to someone that has a cup that's in a cup.
They're
But
silverware, yeah.
but hold on, anybody in a cup contention has a starting keeper that you
That's
can't
it.
you
That's-
can't take them
that
out.
was my argument.
yeah, I know.
So you have Liverpool, obviously, no, forget it. City,
Can't forget it.
forget it. Chelsea.
What do you mean forget it?
Chelsea, forget it. And
Chelsea,
they already
don't
have.
forget it.
Don't forget, they already have
You're
their
saying
backup.
Pope over Ederson in City.
No,
Well,
we're trying to compare now. We're trying to say if you're gonna put Pope on each team because we're trying to go down the ladder, right?
Okay.
So we're saying if you're gonna put him in Liverpool, you can't. He's not gonna start. If you put him in City, he won't start. You put him in Chelsea, he won't start, regardless of Kepa's form. Leicester, he won't start. Schmeichel is the guy there.
Yeah, exactly.
United,
Well,
De
Chelsea.
Gea can give up 9 goals. He's starting the next fucking game.
yeah.
Wolverhampton, Patricio has been the guy for them ever
Yeah.
since their run. And we're still going down the list. Who is it? Tottenham? Loris.
Sheffield.
Yeah.
Sheffield, Dean Henderson is the guy.
But he's on loan.
He's on loan, but he's still there. He's still there. Until United give up De Gea, Henderson's staying.
But that's another thing too. Like he said Chelsea before, and I kind of like just popped in my head. It's
The problem with both like Manchester City and Chelsea is that they invested a lot in their
Yes.
goalkeepers, and
exactly.
even if they have had one bad season, they're not going to go for that guy who had one great season or good season.
well, that's what they did to Kepa, and they splashed 80 million.
80 million. But that's what he's saying. You splash that much, you're going to have to fucking...
You need to give him a bit more
you gotta,
confidence.
yeah, exactly.
You have to
Because there's already been rumors
have
that
some return on your
there's
investment.
already been rumors that they want to get rid of him.
That's because he went manager on their fucking ass and he changed everything's outlook
That
on
was
him.
that was last year.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, everyone's attitude towards him changed after that, though. Don't you agree?
Yes and no, but like I don't think like okay, last season was last season, but I don't think Frank Lampard is gonna give him another chance.
No?
Really?
No.
He might go
strongly
for-
believe that.
Yeah, I think so.
So can
So-
you see Pope on your team next
Maybe.
year?
As a starter,
It's a gamble. It's a gamble,
Or are
but
you looking at other leagues?
you could. Okay, I've heard.
You personally, what would you
Me
do?
personally,
You keeping Kepa, you trying to get
As a fan
half
right
of
now,
your
he's
money
asking.
for him. You getting Pope. You looking for the next best thing in a different league. You know,
probably next best thing in a different league. It's just proven that when somebody most of the times when somebody comes from a different league, they end up doing pretty well the next season. I mean, look at Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
That's just
Right
one.
off the bat.
Yeah,
Bro,
but
we're
he's-
getting Hakeem Ziyech. He ain't gonna be soft. He's gonna kill it. Mark my words. Timo Werner, he's gonna kill it.
Yeah.
You know, there's been links of Onana coming. I don't know how I feel about him because I don't watch.
Onana's great.
He's great.
Trust me.
I've seen bits and pieces of Ajax in the Champions League this season and last season, which they made a pretty good run for.
Barcelona, we're looking at him to give Ter Stegen competition, but obviously Onana wants to go to a team to start. He doesn't want. to
He's
sit on
been
the
starting
bench.
this whole time. So there's
Maybe
no way-
Chelsea might be his team.
You're right, though. Maybe they will give up Kepa. You know, that's a good point.
But if they give up Kepa, they're gonna get peanuts.
Anyways, so back to the
The prediction.
predictions.
Your next.
I know we drifted off, but I feel like we covered a lot with the PL.
No, I mean, very quickly, I mean, just based on Chelsea's difficult schedule to end off the year with Liverpool and who else did they play?
Wolverhampton
Wolverhampton.
and Norwich.
It's well, that's garbage, but between Liverpool and Wolverhampton, it's a tough last two games to end off the season.
Yeah.
United is definitely going to finish third. That loss to Sheffield and that drop of points that you guys dropped to Bournemouth,
Fucked you guys.
yeah.
I know.
So crucial. Like,
like-
crucial.
But even if you guys got on a point, it would have helped. Out of that Sheffield United game,
Yeah, but we absolutely got dismantled.
they were Sheffield. They were on it, and it was terrible mistakes by center backs alone. Because at the end of the day, we're humans, right? So like one mistake that happens, two mistakes that happens, and it's not even the rest of the team's fault. It just deflates everybody else.
No,
on the team.
bro. I'm sorry. You're talking about the Sheffield game against Chelsea, bro. I sat down the first fucking 20 seconds of the game, and they came out flying, and they almost scored, and they already had a corner. First 20 seconds of the game, bro. I said, we're losing, because they were on it. They were there to win,
Yeah.
and Chelsea look absolutely deflated. You can't be like that inconsistent.
But that's exactly why I'm putting Wolverhampton over Chelsea, even though anything could happen.
Yeah.
Just because of their team spirit, man. Forget about the quality of the squad. That manager
Yeah, he's
got
got
the players he
different.
wanted, and
He's got a good crew.
they
Everybody's
just
doing their
gelled
thing.
together.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
Even though in their last 3 games they have 2 losses, but they came back, bounced back against Everton, and with that 3-0 win,
And that's a good
for
game
me,
to come
that-
back to too.
they're flying.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, for sure they're gonna bounce back and get the dubs against Norwich. That's no question.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna really solidify their 4th place spot for them. I definitely believe Wolverhampton is gonna pass Leicester. That's for sure.
No brainer.
And that's basically it.
Cool. Just a couple of quick shout outs. The Justin Fashanu Foundation has revealed a letter from an anonymous player in the PL saying that he's gay. And this is like, to me, when I saw this article like this week, I saw it a couple of days ago, it was like really, really, really like interesting. I'm really surprised that like this.
What? There's a lot of discrimination. That's what the player was saying. I didn't personally read the letter, but I have my views about that. Like, it's still in football and in soccer,
Football,
it's
the
still
worst.
frowned upon for some fucked up reason.
Yeah.
Unlike women's soccer,
Where it's
where
more
they're
accepting.
very open about
More
it,
open and more accepting, and
which,
not
like, sorry to interrupt.
no,
you,
no worries.
Which, if it could work in one part of the game, in women's soccer, why can't it work in men's soccer?
Can I cut
Yeah,
in?
go ahead, man.
That it works more in women's soccer because there's more women watching it, and there's more women that are more accepting to that. Where I feel like it's the men who are very, like, have
Close-minded-ish.
close-minded against that.
Yeah.
Old views.
I mean, I don't know. I was just really surprised to hear that, and I'm sure. I also saw that Troy Deeney was saying he made a comment about the statement, and he was saying he's like, I'm sure there's more than one player
Yeah.
who's
I believe that.
Guaranteed.
I believe that.
Doesn't make sense.
who's homosexual, and
everyone's
he just
Yeah.
you know. So I mean, we have seen discrimination against race, and now this is just. I feel like 2020 is just like, I don't know, man. Just in general with
I feel
everything.
like this would be even worse if they found out exactly who it was. And I say that because imagine now that in the stands they throw bananas at fucking the African American players.
Yeah.
Just imagine what they would do if they saw a gay guy like playing soccer. They'd fucking pull out their fucking dick in front of him, and they would just do like unimaginable things. And I feel like it'd be way worse. And it would just cause an outbreak. And
we already had a wee moment earlier
Newcastle.
this year.
No, but you know what I mean. Like
And that guy, he got
Life ban.
Life ban, eh?
you would just hear the worst things out of a human being, and I
That's
feel bad. I feel
why
bad for
stay
the person.
Closeted.
Well, you know what? I'm really happy about. I
sport,
know
at least.
even though it's still anonymous. It took a lot of courage for this one player to come out and go to this foundation. Who, by the way, the foundation is ran by his daughter. The Justin Fashanu was a player who was gay but ended up passing away. Just to give a little bit of backstory. So it's his daughter or his niece that runs it. But like I said. What a shame. I don't know. To me, I feel like maybe it's because in Montreal we're so like very diverse. We're a melting pot. We're very open to a lot of things that it was a shock for me when I saw this. And maybe, I don't know, maybe in England it's not the same.
But Europeans in general are just different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it comes to shit like that, they're just
I
different.
would argue in the bigger cities like Madrid, Barcelona, Milan, Rome, Paris.
The fashion cities.
They would be more accepting of it, for sure. They're definitely open-minded. They have multiculturalism over there, and they're open to the world. But the problem is more in the smaller clubs.
Yeah.
Again, with the racism, was more in the smaller clubs that we faced it.
100%.
Hence Brescia and their fucking
And
stupid president.
it's okay. And even it happened last week too with Crystal Palace. There was like there was an
Zaha,
incident
no?
with Zaha
Yeah.
12-year-old.
with a 12-year-old
Got arrested.
that got arrested.
All the household.
It ain't going away anytime soon, man.
So it's just sad to see that even the younger generation have that very closed-minded mentality about race, about
It starts at home, man.
sexuality,
It's all in
about
the household. It's sad.
it's.
A 12-year-old doing it to a professional.
But you know
soccer
what
player.
though, the Premier League they've done a great job marketing with Say No to Racism, with the Black Lives Matter, with equality. They've been doing it for X amount of years.
But I will say that it's also the stars of the Premier League that have come out themselves and used their platform for the greater good.
Which is good.
And I want to kind of shout out Marcus Rashford and Raheem Sterling, because those two guys specifically have been really outspoken about racism.
Paul Pogba too.
Paul Pogba as well.
Even though I
you dislike him.
dislike him, but you know what? If it's one thing that he does good that I could
It's about that, yeah.
that I really love, is that he sometimes he uses his social media for the greater good, like you said. Yeah. The brother, more bad news, but the brother
This
of
one hurt.
this one hurt, but the brother of Serge Aurier, who was a Tottenham Hotspur player, had died in France. He was shot
Yeah.
Shot.
And killed.
shot and killed in France. Very tragic.
Yeah.
I hope my condolences to him and his family. I hope he can get back. I don't know what the situation is, if he's going to France, if he's gonna miss games, but I hope, like I said,
They don't know yet. And Mourinho came out and said he's like, if Ori wants to play on Wednesday or play the rest of the season, he could. If not,
he would
it's
understand.
understandable.
Okay, cool. Shall we wrap it up and move on?
Sure. Again, unless you guys wanted to bring anything else.
Well, did you want to save Manchester City's appeal for later? Or?
I was gonna kind of put that in with Champions League because it has to do with Champions League.
We could talk about the North London Derby quick, right?
Yeah, we could.
Derby, I watched it.
Did you fall asleep?
I have a couple of comments. No, actually, it was a good game.
Oh yeah.
It was a good game, and Arsenal were the better team, in my opinion. They had the way more possession, and a lot of the shots were just like they just looked better, in my opinion. But the problem with Arsenal, and it's been like this from the very beginning of the season, it's their back four. And Mustafi is the worst defender in the Premier League this season. No. Did you watch
I
the
saw
game?
the pass.
You
I saw the pass.
No. Did you see the highlights? Of the
I
game?
haven't seen the.
Okay, because all of his mistakes are in the highlights, so you get to see
Really?
everything. Yeah.
It's okay. His partner David Luiz is worse.
I would actually argue that I think Mustafi is just miles worse. But anyway,
At least David Luiz has the silverware.
Arteta had the game plan. Everything was working. They scored the first goal, Lacazette with what's
Insane
funny
shot.
with an insane shot. But it's just funny how he waits to do that in a derby, whereas we don't see those type of shots from him before that derby,
Yeah.
which I don't like when it comes to that. But anyways,
Big player moment. I don't know.
fine, we'll use that.
Big moment player.
And it took obviously a defensive a stupid fucking pass from Kolasinac to David Luiz that led to Son's goal, and then from there it was more of a small momentum shift, and then the rest was obviously.
But just when you thought Arsenal were doing well,
they had the game. It was possession wise, it was like 80 to fucking 20.
they did the same thing with Chelsea too.
They had
when
the
we
game
drew
control.
2-2.
Arsenal, like Mourinho said, Arsenal, they had possession, did nothing with it. 80% of it was passing.
Lateral passing.
All passing on the shots, nor near the target, except for Lacazette's crazy goal.
I disagree. I saw Aubameyang with a nice shot in front of the net. He had a couple of actually two very nice shots.
Just like Davies from 35 yards, all hits the crossbar.
But I'm saying that he did have moments where there
Yeah.
were shots on net, though. So it wasn't that they didn't have shots on net.
But I'm just saying what Mourinho said. Like it's what you do with the possession.
That's very true
If
because
you're
we've
gonna
seen.
Look at Arsenal. I'm not saying because I'm Tottenham. If Tottenham did this, I would say it because the whole season has been boring.
Go
They were
all
just
out,
passing.
Tom. Go all out.
But for Arsenal,
Yeah.
if you look, the majority of the possession was passes back and forth.
I'll do you one better. Look what happened with Chelsea and City.
Okay.
I don't care about possession. Like
Si-
even
but
Anthony said from back then, doesn't
City,
matter possession.
City have been Pep Guardiola is a possession-based system.
But I'm not saying they should have won because they had possession. I'm saying that they had the game controlled.
But sometimes having possession doesn't mean you're controlling the game.
100%. But Tottenham made most of their chances. So they won the game, obviously. They won it
That's
2-1.
Mourinho style.
They won it 2-1.
And mistakes again from the back end.
And mistakes again
Yeah.
from the back end. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying
No.
that Arteta came with the right plan. It took
It didn't go in his
two-
favor. It didn't
two
go in his
piece
favor.
of shit defenders
I'm telling you, bro, it's
to fuck up the game for Arteta. 100%. That's what it was.
Okay.
All I have to say on that one, Alex, is that stats speak for themselves, and Tottenham had 9 shots on target compared to Arsenal's 4. And
got
if you're
Martinez.
arguing the Aubameyang crossbar, like he said before, Davies had a crossbar too, so that's 1 for 1.
That's all I'm saying. It was boring to watch Arsenal's passes. They were nowhere near the net, except for Lacazette's beauty goal and Aubameyang's crossbar. Other than that, they had no threat.
So
But
you're calling a possession game boring.
Bro, if you're just gonna pass it around and not the possession afterwards, go towards the net.
We have a Barcelona fan right here. Are we going to get into this or
Okay,
what's going on here?
possession-wise, but they go to the net and score.
Not recently.
No, I meant, but you know what I mean by possession. If you're gonna possess it, go towards the net. Don't pass it around like this and make it boring.
or even City, bro.
Yeah, but that's my point. It's not a boring game. It's a smart game if you're able to make the most of it.
Which they
But-
don't.
Which they didn't.
But that's
Which
why.
they did, but they
made
did
it
have
boring.
have
They've
shots on
had
net, though.
moments. They've
They
had
had moments. That's what
Like
I'm
I
saying.
said, maybe it just didn't go their way. Now, what I want to ask you
Yeah.
is Mourinho's tactics outdated?
For
Because
majority
it
of
ain't-
games, for
'cause
majority
it ain't
of
working.
games.
100%.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
it ain't working for them. Even
Yes.
though they won the derby, it ain't working for them.
Yes. No, I know. I agree. I've been saying it. You can't do this anymore. The defensive for 90 minutes and then one counterattack that you pray to God it goes in. You can't, especially with the players like Son, Lucas, Kane, all these guys. You're just holding them back.
It's an archaic way of playing football, bro.
That's all it is.
But
It was huge back then.
Well,
yeah, but that's the thing. He's built his career on
Fine,
that.
but
Yeah.
if you're a good manager, you adapt. Same thing if you're a manager of a fucking bank or a company, bro. You adapt to changes.
Yep.
Banks have adapted over the years with the development of technology. So you can fucking develop too of how soccer teams change their tactics to be more aggressive now. Like City and Bayern. Well, Bayern's always been aggressive, but you know what I mean? Like, just change it around, bro. Like, fuck, it's all hard.
Yeah, and I find a big reason why we've been doing crap apart from injuries is that we came from Pochettino, who's all attack. You saw how many seasons we're scoring over 3 goals a game. Then you change systems drastically. What Mourinho says, get 1 goal and sit back. it's hard to adapt to that big of a change.
That's
So
why-
hopefully next season it does change because it's like you guys say, it's not working. I mean, it's not.
The way I could agree with Alex on this game is that your first goal by Son was a fuck up by Arsenal once again. And if it wasn't for that last minute header corner, you're tying the game against Arsenal.
Again.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
That's how I could go
That's-
with Alex on this one.
But Martinez also killed it. Their goalie, the guy
He played well, he played well.
He killed it because how many shots we had in the box, and this guy came out of nowhere.
Nine shots
and he
on
was-
target, so he had 7 saves.
bro.
That's why the importance of having quality center backs, bro. That's legitimately your backbone, bro. It's crazy, man.
Well, Liverpool figured that out the hard way when they lost against. Was Virgil there against Madrid or no?
Yeah.
He was, eh?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
What, the Carey's days?
Oh, I don't think
No,
so.
he wasn't.
Actually,
He
I think
wasn't
it was
there.
Lovren and Gomez. Maybe I don't think.
No, yeah, the,
He wasn't.
Oh yeah,
Van Dijk,
yeah, you're
was
right.
there.
They probably bought him like the year after. I think.
They got their finalist money and they bought him the year after, the following summer of.
So they got Allison and then Van Dijk on the in the same
summer,
year.
Yeah.
because
exactly.
they sold Coutinho for 120.
Exactly,
Whoa.
and they got the finalist money, like you
They
said.
viewed the problem, they addressed the problem, and they bought the problem, and
They
that's
bought
how
the
it's
problem.
done.
Bought the
They
solution.
fixed them. Yeah, they bought the solution.
sorry.
That's why in
And look what happened the next year.
in Arteta and Jose Mourinho's case, they just came to the team. Give them the second, third season. Klopp had 5 seasons to become dominant.
Let's also
Very true.
Let's also not compare financial backing for each of these teams because not all of them are going to get the money that Klopp got from Liverpool. Let's say that too, because you're not going to see Arteta getting that money, in my opinion, and I don't think Levy's going to give that money to
Mourinho.
either. So we'll see.
Interesting.
I mean, depending on what the clause was when he signed the.
That's what I'm saying with
No,
Mourinho. He
whatever
signed
agreement.
because he knew he's getting money.
Yeah,
He's
Not
getting
that he
money.
got no, I meant for the team.
To
He's going to get
spend.
spending money.
spending money on
He
him.
I
came
don't
his
know,
first
man.
window, he bought 3 players. His first window, mid-season, bought 3 players.
Yeah, but who did he buy, bro?
Bergwijn, who's been a stud. Getson, okay, he's for the
Lo Celso.
future. And
And-
Celso has been our main guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro,
Okay,
in
okay.
He, as soon as he came, he
Lo
said to buy 3
Lo
players.
Celso's alone, I think, by the way.
And sold
No, we
Eriksen.
bought him.
No, I think they bought
We
him.
triggered it already.
Okay.
5 years.
You're triggered.
I am.
Anyways, La Liga.
I'm gonna go urinate.
It's a great song by Janae Aiko, by the way. Triggered.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Uh,
Sup, G? Tell me.
You're the one wearing.
me.
You're the one wearing the
Tell me.
Spain jersey.
Vardrid. That's all I have to say. Nothing else.
Los Blancos.
Barcelona lost the league 3 games ago against that Atletico tie. But listen. Madrid continue on their ways, winning, getting those W's. Like I mentioned last episode, for both Barcelona and Madrid, it's 4 easy games left. Now 3 easy games left. So for me, it's in the books. What I do want to concentrate on is both Atletico Madrid and Sevilla getting the 2 last Champions League spots.
Oh, so Sevilla got the spot
They're
too.
tied with Atletico Madrid, man.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's locked and loaded as well.
What a drop off for Valencia, though. For making Champions
That's
League.
the next
to
thing.
being ninth.
That's the next thing I was gonna focus on is they're having the same effect as Leicester in terms of like, my God, after COVID, after the restart, they're non-existent with that team that they have.
Yeah. Well, we knew this was coming to certain teams.
And weren't you the one who posted a stat that Valencia have had the most coaching changes
Yes,
in the
it was
post?
you.
Was it me? I can't
in the past
remember.
decade. So
It was you, yeah.
That's nuts.
I mean, if you don't stick with one guy, it's kind of hard for the players to adapt.
To adapt
At
and
what
build
point?
something. Yeah.
So, I mean, they got to figure something out there. Get somebody that they like decently and
And they're
stick with him.
a top 6 potential club.
They are a top 6 club. They've always been. Like Tommy said, they've made Champions League. They made Champions League last year, and they've constantly made it
Yeah.
for the past decade.
Another ninth.
You know what I'm saying? And now they're 9th.
Yep.
Sad.
In 2002, they were in the final against Real Madrid, Champions League final, but
And it could go
that
down
was a
to-
ways ago.
And it could go down to 11th, if worst case scenario.
Honestly, it's sad on their part. Honestly, I don't know what else to say. It's just they fell off. It's exactly like Leicester. They have the players. They were doing well before COVID, and after this, I guess some teams just don't work without their fans. I
The
don't know what to
mojo
say.
just ran out.
Exactly. Like there's no juice flowing.
Yeah.
So what else can I say about La Liga? Not much. I think Alex had a nice little stat about Griezmann.
Yeah,
injured.
Griezmann actually could miss the rest of the season with a thigh injury. So I don't know if this is
More playing time for Riqui Puig, the future.
Now-
And Ansu Fati, the future.
Now, I don't know if this is an actual injury or if this is one of those injuries where it's not an injury, but because they don't want to give him playing time, they have to make an excuse for it.
I don't think so.
You don't think it's that?
I don't think
That's
so,
a reach?
no. Yeah, that's a reach.
Okay. So, I mean, in terms
You
of...
never know, but I really think
I've
that's
just
a
seen that happen in other sports, so I'm just trying to kind of throw a reach there. But anyways, that's what I think.
Interesting.
Since we're on Barca, Messi continues to break records at his age, which is just
His stats are like disgusting.
and you think that
22 goals, 20 assists.
yeah, it's
Who are you?
and
The
how
audacity.
he's like 34 now, no?
He's 33, going on 34, right? Correct me if I'm
He's
wrong.
33.
But yeah,
If Ronaldo's 35, I think he's 34.
33. He's 33.
He's 33.
He's
Okay.
2 years younger than
2
him.
years
Yeah.
younger. Okay. So I mean, yeah, exactly. So I think we're gonna see him for another 2 years maybe if we're lucky.
I think more, man. I think
At Barcelona?
Oof.
at Barcelona, that all depends what happens to Bartomeu and the gang.
Okay.
He's going to continue playing the sport till he's like 38, 40, I strongly believe.
Yeah, you
Like
think?
Ronaldo and Zlatan.
And speaking of Bartomeu, actually, he came out and said talks with Inter over Martinez have stopped.
Too much money, man.
Yeah.
They're asking way too much money
They're
for
not budging.
Lautaro.
They're not budging, and I don't blame them.
Finally they're saying no to 100 mil. It's like, wow, you're learning. Don't splash the cash right away. You have players that you can use. We're okay for the next year. We're okay. Suarez is still on par. Messi is
Messi.
Dios. We have Ansu Fati on the left wing. Dembele, who's gonna come back. He's still very young, so I'm not worried. Maybe just get one more mid. But even with
did.
Ricky,
You did. You got Pjanic.
Yeah, Pjanic.
For how much?
Oh, they didn't get a mid. They just swapped mids.
a young mid. Sorry, a young mid. Kai Havertz is on my mind, bro. I can't get him out of
He's
there.
coming to Chelsea.
Yeah, but he's again, you have to splash for him too,
Yeah.
though.
I would like Fabian from.
Fabian's
from,
a nice
Napoli.
buy. That's a nice buy. Again, though, you're looking 60,
Big
70
stud.
mil.
Big stud.
But that's one they could afford, and
Yeah, okay,
and
that's fair.
and it would give. Not saying that they're not creative, but some flair to the midfield.
I agree.
No.
100%. Some that mid to offense connection that we're so desperately missing, which I saw in Ricky Puig.
Puig.
Sorry, I'm butchering his name.
You're
But
a Puig.
no, in terms of Barcelona, like I don't know about Kike. Honestly, I really looking at the players. I'll say this once again. Every time his assistant coach Sarabia talks, it looks like they don't give a rat's ass what he's saying, and they go on and do their thing anyway. So I really think that Kike and Sarabia failed to grab this group and
turn it around.
and turn it around or just grab them in general. It doesn't look like they have a hold of the players.
Well, I mean, I think they kind of know that the defeat is already there. They're just waiting
But
for
even
the season.
before, I'm saying
Okay.
what I saw like before the Atletico Madrid game.
Okay.
So I think they should look elsewhere this summer and cancel the guy's contract after Champions League.
Okay.
So we'll see on that front.
It's important, man.
The little shout out I wanted to do before we ended off is that Real Sociedad went from great to sucking, but they finally got a nice win against Villarreal, which could maybe save their Europa League chances. But besides that, we touched upon Valencia, very sad, and Real Sociedad, man, they need to. It's too big of a club to not get into Europe. So. Anything else you want to bring up?
The Bale and Zinedine Zidane saga continues.
Sad.
So
I hate it. I hate it as me because I'm a Bale fan, but for him, you see how he's laughing.
So
600K a week for doing Nothing.
So just to give the viewers a description of what happened. So last Real Madrid game, Gareth Bale was on the bench. Obviously, hasn't really been starting. Hasn't really been
Coming in, even though there's 5 subs that he
coming
can use.
in. 5 subs.
Yeah.
So after Zinedine Zidane using his 5th substitution, the camera zoomed in on Gareth Bale and he put his face mask over not his mouth but his eyes and his face and proceeded to pretend to take a nap.
I'm so over talking about this fucking player and this whole situation. Regardless if it's not his fault or if it's Zidane's fault, at this point I just don't give a shit, because after 5 substitutions and you still don't put him on, like, just put him. Don't even fucking put him on the bench at that point. Just fucking
leave him out of the 18 squad.
Leave him out. You're not even gonna play him anyways.
Let him go golf.
Let someone else have a chance. Let someone younger have a chance.
You have. That's exactly what I was going to bring up. Nice segue. You have Rodrigo, you have Vinicius, and you have Asensio, who's back from injury and absolutely murdering it.
They don't
on the
need
pitch.
Gareth Bale.
So give your young boys a chance, which is what he's doing right now. And
It's just unfortunate, like we've said before.
Well, you know what? It's Bale too. He's fucking laughing like an idiot when he could take a small pay cut. He's asking for $600,000 a week. Like, relax, because you haven't been the same.
he's living the life, man. He's too used to
No,
it.
I get that, and it's obviously easy to talk when I. Anyways, we're not gonna get into the money thing, but it's easy to talk. But I mean, I don't know what I would do in that situation. But if I love the game, I really believe that I would want to play soccer.
Yeah.
And face the best of the best.
Like, look at Ibra.
Yeah.
Left the MLS and he's like, let me go play some real soccer, quote unquote.
And go help one of my old teams try to fucking get back to.
And
the
I don't
top
think
four.
he's making the ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah. Follow his
It's
footsteps.
it's more of his mouth that's talking more there, but I mean that's the old Ibra. That's the usual Ibra.
That's all right. Okay, real quick, Bundesliga we'll go over. Your boy started training for Bayern Munich today, actually.
Yeah, it's very true. I saw that
Leroy
picture.
Sanchez.
Yeah.
Like
He
a
looks
fucking
so
stud.
happy. He looks so happy, man. Honestly, I'm happy for him at the end of the day, and it is what it is. He's gonna have an amazing career over there. And I saw a picture the other day of him, Lewandowski, and Gnabry, and just the thought of that front three is disgusting. If they actually keep all 3 of them and Lewandowski, I'm sure he's gonna stay at this point. Lewandowski,
There's no
He's not
chance
leaving.
he's budging.
right?
He's not leaving.
So I mean,
He's not leaving.
just watch out for Bayern because that team is.
They're
They're gonna be
always-
problems.
They're always relevant. They're always problematic
Yeah.
in Europe, bro.
Powerhouse.
Trouble's theirs this season.
They do it every summer, man. They have an incredible office upstairs that fucking do their job amazingly, bro. From the youth to scouting purchases that they do in the transfer window also. So it's an amazing job. 10 out of 10 every year.
Legit. The 2020 and 2021 season is going to resume in September 18th. Kind of not what we're used to, but they usually start end of August. But obviously with this whole
End of August, yeah.
yeah, they obviously with this whole COVID thing, it's being pushed back. And then we'll play it on a weekend on December 19th. What the fuck is this, anyways?
No, it's basically just that they still have the winter break,
Okay.
but before COVID, their rule was to have it for 4 weeks. I don't know if you guys remember. There was actually like a
they
long
always
time.
have a bigger break because that's in their culture.
But because they've already had such a long break because of COVID, they've changed their rules for next season, and it's literally going to be
Like a 2-week break.
like a
Not
1
even-
week,
1 week
1
break.
week, 2 week break, and then they're going to be back.
Bundesliga has a shorter season, and yes, they have 34 games instead of 38
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
true,
there's
true.
18
Yes,
teams
yes,
in
yes,
the league,
yes.
and they take bigger break in the winter compared to other leagues because
Compared to PL, they're playing Boxing Day, Christmas, New
Yeah,
Year's,
everything,
the day
ridiculous.
after New Year's Eve. There's games all the time. I think we were watching PL New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
Solid,
So
Shout out
anyways.
to Yanni and Stathy.
So yeah, the reason why they take these breaks and everything is to help the World Cup and Euro Cup
Interesting.
squad.
Cool.
So the players could be rested, you know?
All right.
No, I'm saying.
Serie A, Diso. biggest game of that week would be AC Milan and Juventus, and boy, oh boy, was that a shocker.
Bro, fucking both their games were huge games for them, man, because those are two tough teams that are fucking hungry right now. And Milan, that was a major comeback, and they took advantage of Juve's stupidity and thinking that, oh, yeah, we're up 2-0. Lazio lost their game.
Piano, 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 piano.
Sure, no
Take
worries.
it easy. Where's the espresso?
So Milan's like, yeah. They get a penalty, and the momentum just fucking tilted from Juve to Milan in fucking seconds, bro.
Rebic.
Because I think they blew a lead in a matter of 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was something. Yeah, like
They scored 2 goals in 2 minutes or whatever it was.
Yeah.
but like he said, the momentum. As soon as the first goal went in, it was done. They looked pretty deflated.
Yeah, they scored the 2 goals. They were up 2-0, and they scored 4 unanswered, bro. We didn't have Delit, which shows how fucking important the center back position is.
Interesting.
And important how him specifically, how fucking vital he has been this season. And he's adapted to Serie A fucking so well, bro. And he's going to be a fantastic center back for the
20 years old?
all kinds of years to come. 20, yeah.
19, 20?
Yeah,
That's
he turned
that's
20 now.
insane. You know what? He's
He already adapted, man.
he's on his way to win a title. I'm gonna say Juve are probably gonna win it.
100.
First year in Serie A winning a title, not too shabby.
Yeah.
He's turning 21 on August 12th.
What were you doing at 21? Oh yeah, unemployment.
Fucking jerking it 3 times a day.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's really impressive, bro. At 20 years old, to adapt to a league that's completely different from in the Dutch league, where you're just constantly attacking.
Yeah.
Where in Serie A, it's obviously more tactically gifted. They're more tactically intelligent when it comes to defending. So you have to learn to be more patient and let the play come to him and shit. So that's really impressive, man. They really coached him well. So kudos to him. When you have Chiellini and Buffon and Bonucci too,
You have maestros.
You're learning
You
from
have
the best.
so
godfathers.
there's no question, man. So.
Yeah.
Bro, Milan, since the break, have been fucking turning it up, bro. They have a nice cluster of youngsters that are very interesting to watch between Kessie. Bro, I didn't realize Kessie, which they got from Atalanta, is only 23 still.
That is crazy. I didn't know that.
No, he's 23.
I thought he was in
Still.
like the 27 range.
I thought me too. For some reason, he looks... Because that's how well he plays, bro, and that's how mature he
Yeah.
plays. He's, as a holding mid, he's just a fucking bull.
Yeah.
And he plays as if he's in his prime years for any other average player. He's an awesome player, man. They have Leao, who's Portuguese, in his early 20s. Rebic, who's 26, I believe.
Rebic is a dog.
Yo, every game
a
he
horse.
plays, game
Yeah.
he plays, you notice him.
He's a
You
horse.
notice.
Like Mandzukic, despite being a forward, he's going back and forth running miles. So
Nuts.
Theo Hernandez is a fucking one of those left backs that are just gonna constantly be on the score sheet.
Yeah.
With 6 goals of the year, Romagnoli's only 26. Donnarumma's 20, also 2 or 3, whatever.
Yo,
Bro, Donnarumma's been playing for the past 10 years in my head.
Yo, speaking about Rebic, okay, this is actually insane. Rebic
Yeah, the shit out of me.
Rebic was born 1993,
Okay.
September 21st. He was
cares?
born when I was born.
That's a great
The
story,
same
man.
day.
Ask the
And he's
fans if
26.
they Kill a rat's
Bro,
ass.
that's nuts. I didn't know that. He was born the same day as me, 93. How you like them apples? Bro, that's nuts. I'm free. Whatever. Fuck you guys.
And what
Proceed.
are we doing about with our lives compared to this guy?
Hey,
There you go.
I share birthdays with fucking Rebic.
Message him on your
And
birthday.
I share birthdays with Matt Hardy. What's the fucking point?
We're not talking about Matt Hardy. Fuck.
Christ.
We're talking about Rebic.
Bro, you don't even want to
The
know what
twist
birthday
of
was.
faith, my friend.
You guys
That's
are
nuts.
peasants. You guys are
Caught
peasants.
me off guard. My bad.
Anyways,
Back to Serie A.
Milan's, honestly, like I mentioned, midway through the season, Ibra's arrival has really changed the switch on that team because he brought
He said it himself.
a huge abundance of confidence to them, bro. And,
He also said if he started at the beginning of the season, they would have won.
I saw that and I laughed, but that's an Ibra comment.
But that's just Ibra for you. The
Yeah.
confidence is just
I've never
Sky
seen
high.
anybody
He doesn't give a
With that much
fuck.
confidence in my life.
Good for him, man.
Love it.
It's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Zlatan.
I'm honestly really curious to see how who they're gonna purchase in the off season.
Well,
they're really
they did get the new coach too, no?
Oh yeah, it's true, eh? They
The
appointed a new
the coach for
Rangnick.
Leipzig,
Rangnick, yeah,
or
yeah.
Ragnarok, whatever the fuck his name is. Sorry.
yeah. But I mean, even Pioli, he did a pretty good job until now. I mean, the last few seasons, no, but. I mean, if they had Rangnick, apparently he was looked at by a lot of major teams like Bayern and PSG and whatnot. And
It was only at the end that Leipzig fell off.
Yeah.
For the rest of the time, it was them and Mönchengladbach at the top of the table.
Mm-hmm.
So, good resume.
yeah, it's a really good resume. So you'll see what happens with them.
Even though Zlatan made fun of him and said, I don't know who the fuck he is, but once again, Zlatan.
A lot of players don't know who the fuck he is.
But I guess they'll soon
They're
find out.
They're gonna find out. I
sooner,
agree.
sooner or later. Because look what he did with RB Leipzig.
Yep.
They're still in Champions League, huh?
Wait, he wasn't their coach this last season. It was Nagelsmann.
Who?
The coach right now for Leipzig.
I'm not saying it was Rangnick.
Yeah, okay, but I think
Oh.
you're getting mixed up.
I'm probably getting mixed up.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know who the coach.
I don't know
is.
fuck all. I don't know what I'm doing.
He did coach Leipzig in the past.
In the past, yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Okay, whatever. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing, nor do I read. Anyways, it's all good.
We're gonna get you covered. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That's why, like the Juve, like you mentioned, they weren't in it at all, man. From that point forward in the second half, they just got complacent. They got overly confident, and they got their ass handed to. So good. It all started, but I believe it was that game where Rabiot scored his first as a Juventus player, and holy fuck,
Yeah.
that was insane.
That was
dude.
his first goal.
Yes, but they have a combined total of like 7 goals.
The
The
midfield?
mids.
That's
Yes.
rough.
Yeah, but you didn't get Rabiot to score because in PSG he didn't score
Yeah,
anything.
but come on, your first goal at the end of the season, man.
Yeah, but you didn't get him to say go out there and score bangers.
Yeah, but he's not. Yeah, he's not
He's not a
a.
goal scorer.
He's
but
not a goal scorer.
No,
But it's just to
he
show.
does his job. That's why we don't mention
Yeah,
him
but
because he's there to do his job. and that's it.
Yeah, but it's just to show how
Even that
dependent
doesn't do
they've
it.
been on Dybala and Ronaldo. No.
100%.
But Anthony just kind of said it under his breath there. It's that he wasn't doing his job to begin with. And obviously it wasn't to produce, regardless if it was goals and maybe assists as well. But because he wasn't able to do his job as a center defensive mid, they were looking at everything else he wasn't doing either. And that's why they were kind of saying
Yeah.
he just wasn't doing anything at all, period. He couldn't even score a fucking goal.
Even if it's not your job, if it takes you that long to score.
Bro, I went end to end. He fucking stole the ball from Milan from our own end, and he fucking bolted down the field and
The
launched
goal
it.
was beautiful. That's why I was
Yeah,
stunned.
It's
It was
definitely
his
up there
first one.
for goal of the year, 100%. Luckily for us, Lazio lost, and this week they lost their third in a row too.
Disgusting.
Beneficial for us because they could have easily taken advantage of because Juve hasn't been consistent at all this year. Luckily for us as well, we also tied Atalanta. Thank God for fucking the handball rule. That's absolutely
Bullshit.
a serious problem
Yeah.
and seriously needs to be looked at. But even that second handball, like the guy's arm was like this, bro.
Yeah.
Even with the old rules, it would have been fucking handball either way. So
So you're saying because his arm was raised, it
Look
would
at
have
this.
been.
Legit like
Yeah,
a-
yeah.
fucking
No,
60-degree
if
angle.
it hits your hand and it's next to your
Plus, you know,
next
that's
to your
a 60
waist,
degree.
Yeah, I didn't have my protractor with me, bro.
And he kicked it on himself. He deflected the ball to his hand.
yeah,
Unintentionally.
That's tough.
So
So.
it's
Unintentionally.
It's a really annoying rule. They have to look at it or really be consistent with it because it hasn't been at all. And I forgot my train of thought, but basically, say what you want about Ronaldo, bro, because he put both in the net and he went same spot too, and he still put them both in the net. So yeah, that's his fucking 28th of the year, and he's 1 goal behind Chiro right now.
Are you serious?
Oh my.
No way. Chiro's been on a
Hasn't
dry
scored.
spell.
Hasn't scored.
How long has it been since he
Lazio,
scored?
Lazio is at the top of the mountain when it comes to post-COVID.
I'm
like,
checking now.
George is hating
Drop-offs.
that news, bro.
Hold on, I'm checking.
Because there's even one game where Immobile was suspended because I think he got too many yellows.
Bro, like what the fuck, man? A penalty. Bro, he's up by penalty.
Two penalties.
Two penalties.
Yeah.
And
He's the best player in the world. I'm not gonna hear the fucking
in
end
the
of
last
it, bro.
in the last 6 games, Immobile has 2 goals. In the last 6 games.
Yeah, but again, they've been struggling because of COVID, right?
Well, not post-COVID there, and they were struggling because they gassed out, in my opinion, and
Their
the momentum
went to
just
shit.
kind of went to shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
guaranteed.
They haven't been able to click even against the weaker teams. So, but I want to just really take a moment to appreciate Atalanta because
No,
no-
apparently they're not doing so good.
Who?
Atalanta.
George. He's thinking about somebody in particular when he says this. Actually, I know who he's talking about.
Well, what am I saying?
I know what you're
What
saying.
am I-
I saw you on Twitter. I
What
saw
did I
you
s-
and Antonio on Twitter.
Fucking cheap imitation over there of Bill Nye the Science Guy. Go home, retire, please. To say Atalanta isn't doing good right now, read a book like George was saying before.
In 2020, apart from Bayern, they've been the most fun team to watch.
And
Apart
they've
from
been
Bayern.
getting results. They haven't dropped a point in the past, 11, 12 games.
I hope and pray they make second.
They will.
Screw Inter, it's enough. I want Atalanta
And
to make
Lazio.
second.
they're 1 point behind both.
Bro, they're 1 point behind both.
No,
I
but that's what I'm
said.
saying. Screw Inter and Lazio.
Yeah, bro, no, it's enough. Atalanta's been the most fun team to watch, like I said, apart from Bayern.
And
They deserve the second spot.
Champions League underdogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
in-
Champions
Oh.
League talk, but yeah.
But can somebody pull up the stats of the 3 forwards? Muriel, Zapata, and
I said it last week. Where basically
Yeah.
Zapata got his 15th
yeah.
that game.
Muriel has what?
17.
17?
As a bench player. He's a super sub.
Coming off the bench. For the
So
majority of the games.
talk about getting the best of your players in rotation.
Well, I mean, Muriel, he also took over when Zapata got injured for a bit.
But
that's why they were able to stay up so
But
high.
that's great though.
Yeah.
That's what you want your second striker to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Guaranteed.
Yeah, here it is. Muriel has 17. Ilicic and Zapata both have 15.
What?
Insane.
Yeah.
they have-
See, like I would rather that than one guy having 25 goals.
Alejandro Gomez has.
I agree, definitely.
Alejandro
So
Gomez
maybe that's
has.
what's happening with Lazio.
no one else can put it in there.
Yeah, Gomez has 6
No one else
goals.
can put it in. But
He has,
Chiro.
he has 6 goals and 16 assists.
One more time.
Yes.
One more time. One
Yeah,
more
'cause I-
time.
yeah, because I got stopped 4 times before.
One more time.
Alejandro Gomez, 6 goals, 16 assists.
No, I'm talking about the knee slap. You dumb.
Fucking, there you go. Jesus Christ. But yeah, insane stat.
If we're gonna talk about teams, or you wanting your team to score, like to have a lot of players that score goals, this season, fun fact, Manchester City, first Premier League team ever to have 5 players score 10 goals, higher than 10 goals. So I think it was Riyad Mahrez, Raheem Sterling, Kevin De Bruyne, Sergio Aguero,
And
and Gabriel Jesus.
But they're still second, and they still didn't win the title.
Because of ass defending once again. Like I was saying.
That's fair.
Like
That's
we were
fair.
saying all
I'll
episode.
take it. I'll take it. Back-to-back champs, but I'll take it.
La porte, y était ouverte.
T'es ouverte.
Just concentrate on Chelsea getting 4th place, but
That's all. Hey, bro, I said at the beginning of the season, I would 8th. I said.
yeah, I
Well,
think
you
you,
did
did say
You did actually.
All right. So right now, even though they've been shite, I'm happy.
You'll take anything at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take
especially with
anything.
those signings. As well.
And the signings too. It's looking good next year. So yeah.
And speaking about De Bruyne, that him and Son are the only players in Premier League that have 10 goals and 10 assists.
Nuts.
No, I mean over 10 goals and over 10 assists. Insane.
Good for them.
Anyways, we drifted off a bit there, but anyways,
all good.
honestly, like Atalanta, they really need to hold on to that fucking team because they have something really serious going on. They were incredible to watch, bro. They were just all over them, bro.
Yeah,
Especially
But every game they're like
neutral-
that.
in the neutral zone, in the central fucking.
insane.
They're if they lose the ball, they're fucking winning it back.
Like flies on shit.
They perfect analogy and cow shit too specifically.
Cow manure.
They were honestly, bro. They're fucking aggressive. They're fluid, bro. They're fucking. They're so intense to the way they play. It's just fucking awesome. That's why 4 of them have fucking, or 3 of them have 15 plus goals, bro.
Yep.
Even Gosens, who's a fucking wing back, has I think 5 or 6, bro.
By the way, I picked up late in fantasy, and I'm pretty pissed that we canceled that because honestly, think I would have been first right now with Guerrero and And Gozens getting
You,
me
let-
my
I will
my
say that you
defender
had
points.
a very nice push for second. I don't know if you
Bro,
were
I was in last place
yeah. At one
Or
point,
second to
at
last.
At one point, you were
by Christmas.
Bro, Gosen has 9 goals
There you
and
go.
6 assists.
Nuts. And he's a wing back.
What do you
My
mean?
lordy lord.
Who Juve apparently are looking at too, as per everyone.
What do you mean?
Like I said, bro, Juve, they're not ready to win champions, bro, because you're not going to win like that when you have a weak mid like that. And that was perfectly clear during that game because they were getting fucking outran by all of them, bro. They weren't able to keep up for dog shit. None of them. We got lucky, and that's been also the story this year because we managed to squeeze by with a late pen or a slight little mistake from the opposing team to win it in the dying minutes. So we've been super lucky this year, man. And they should kiss the Lord's ass for on the verge of winning the 9th straight Scudetto.
So, perfect segue for Champions League.
yeah, for sure.
100%.
Go for it.
All I have to say,
Yeah. I'm just
listen, we're not even going to go through the lineups because I'm heated about
lineups.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Mo.
All I have to say is that do not underestimate,
Atletico Madrid.
no,
Oh.
Atalanta
Oh,
The other 8 teams.
and Atletico.
I was gonna say Atletico Madrid because of the bracket that they're in.
Right.
Yeah, so go for it, George. Tell everyone what's going on.
Hold on, let me pull it up because I don't exactly.
It was in that doc.
It was it?
Yeah.
Now, as you're looking
This
through,
is one bracket. This is the other bracket.
as you're looking through Malinovsky's goal again,
I was just about to say.
was a fucking rocket, bro. That's another guy out of nowhere.
On his weak foot, by the way. No big
And
deal.
it's not the first time he does that. He did it.
Second
Yeah, there you go.
He has
Yeah.
6 goals this season and 1 assist.
Oh, wait, we forgot to mention a big one for Lazio.
Which
The
was?
player who got suspended.
Oh, the guy that
He pulled a Suarez.
pulled a Suarez.
Just before we get into it, sorry.
No worries.
No, go for it. Mention it.
So
Patrick.
Petric.
Patrick.
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 So,
with
anyways,
little
he
K.
pulled a Suarez and bit somebody, and he's suspended the rest of the season.
4
He was
games.
hungry.
And
That's what
I don't understand it.
It's
Why are
frustration.
you biting someone?
The locker room has lost their minds. Period.
But why bite?
No,
If you're going
but
to get
they-
suspended,
they-
punch him in the face. Get suspended.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Swinging.
but think about it. Like, okay, obviously you can't defend the fucking stupid action for his biting.
Yeah.
But I'm saying as a team, they've just lost. Like, they're just frustrated at this point. Anything at this point, they're just gonna get really upset and they'll do fucking stupid shit.
Yeah.
All right. So Champions League. So it's either Real Madrid and Manchester City still have to play the second leg
Yeah.
To be a great
Yeah.
game.
At Man City, at the Etihad.
at the Etihad, and the winner of that either goes up against Juventus or Lyon. And yeah.
Well, cool. Speaking about that, I want to have a question. I was gonna ask it later, but now that we're on this, do you think home field advantage matters now, or no?
For the
For
traveling.
The
yeah.
traveling. That's
You're
it.
For
staying in a
traveling.
hotel. You're not with your families the night before, getting good
You
vibes.
don't have your bed.
I think
You're
within
not
the
in your
league,
bed.
yeah, I think within the league it doesn't matter. But for Champions League, like Real Madrid have to leave from Madrid to go to England. I think that plays a factor. But
Especially with the COVID, bro.
But I think within the league, I don't think
Because
it
it's
matters.
still around, the extra procedures that they're going to have to take. It's extra stressful.
Yeah.
There's all the testing that they have to do. You know, there's like a lot of shit that goes through their
Because
head, you
these
know?
teams are playing the second legs in their respective countries, right? They're not in one stadium like the rest of the.
Oh, no, I think you guys are wrong.
No, no.
What are you talking about? No, they're playing that second leg. They're playing at the Etihad.
Okay, but from the quarterfinals and on, they're playing one game
Yes.
at Lisbon, I think.
Yeah,
Yes, that's what I heard as well.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
picked
I-
a hub city with one
Yes.
place.
Yeah, okay. All right, so there's those games. Napoli and Barcelona still have to finish, and they either go up against Bayern Munich
Basically.
Good luck.
or Chelsea, but
Stranger things have happened, George.
stranger things have happened, and we've...
Look at Liverpool and Barca.
Yeah.
Same spot.
Why do you guys always have to
4-0.
bring that shit?
I was gonna bring up Barca PSG, but that's me.
Oh, you see that?
It's a good guy right
I'm saying
there.
because it's recent. That's
Or
why.
you know what? Chelsea versus Bayern Munich 2012 in Munich.
You're mind went through a bit of a battle there. Eh?
He was picturing shit. What jersey were we wearing with the stadium?
So yeah, RB Leipzig to play Atletico and Atalanta versus PSG.
So listen, theoretically, PSG have an easy way, and I'm saying this in quotations for the listeners, finally an easy path for them to reach the final. And if they don't, there's going to be problems. But what I'm saying is don't underestimate Atalanta at all.
Yo.
And then I personally think Atletico Madrid is going to go to the final because of their style of play, their defensive
agree with
play.
you. It's one game too.
It's one game each, exactly.
And most of all, their form right now.
Yeah, and they haven't lost a game, So I really, truly believe Atletico Madrid is going to make the final. But anything could happen.
That's nuts. But it doesn't matter who's going to go to the finals. You're facing Bayern.
Stop, bro. Bayern have to go through Chelsea, number one.
Okay.
And
Have
then,
some respect.
Yeah, put some respect on his name. Sorry, George.
And then I'm going to say it Barcelona, so...
Don't shrug off City, because if City beat Real, they're going to use that form and that confidence to go through the rest of them. Except for Bayern.
And don't shrug off Napoli, because look what they did to Juve.
But Juve isn't...
At Coppa.
No, I'm just joking.
Coppa Italia, right?
No, but he even said
Coppa
it before.
Italia, yeah.
Juve, they're not a strong contenders to make the final right now.
Absolute. Bro, we're losing to Lyon.
Well, there you go.
No, for me, it's...
You guys are beating Lyon.
No,
Afterwards, we'll talk.
For me, Real Madrid or City won't have a problem against Juventus or Lyon. That's what I'm saying there. And honestly, it's going to be a good game against Bayern Munich, Barca-Bayern Munich. Yes, I am picking Barcelona over Napoli early. Sue me. So
I'm going to say, since we're going through them, the final, my prediction, is going to be Bayern versus Atletico. Final. Because I think Atletico have the form, number one. And if everyone stays healthy, they have the experience in Champions League as well, reaching the final. They've done it before. And if Real Madrid, their curse isn't in the way, they'll have a good chance.
Bro, but can you imagine Atletico being in the Champions League final after the shit's beginning of the season?
It'd be
first 3/5 of the season that they have.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Probably. I mean,
Can't believe that.
Teams, they have like a
Wouldn't
180
believe it.
line when they have when they're in Europe. Even Juve too. They've been, despite this game against Lyon, they've been in the group stages. They were fucking mental. They beat Atletico. They beat the rest of the team. So like, they have this different vibe. They just tend to like, oh shit, I'm in the Champions League right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not gonna start playing like an ass.
Yeah.
And start fucking producing results. You know what I mean? So
That's why strange things have happened.
I still think...
We made it to the finals. Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
Like you just,
well, if
like Anthony says, things change in Europe.
I still
Anything's
think that having to play one game is a huge thing.
Yeah, so
Huge,
that's something we
huge
definitely
thing.
need to discuss is that from the quarterfinals and on, there's no two legs.
No.
They're doing it
I love
one
it.
game knockout.
And I'm giving PSG the edge on that because they usually murk it leg one and then sleep leg two.
That's a good point.
So PSG come out guns blazing, and now they only have to win one.
yeah,
I see them going to the finals against Bayern. That's my prediction.
Interesting.
It's a fair prediction, man. They're definitely the favorites on that side of the bracket.
Look against the PSG Barca. They came flying game leg one, leg two.
And also, like, I feel it might just end up being like whoever scores first might end up winning it. Because then at that point, the game is just going to open up like crazy. You don't play the same if you're playing two legs.
If you get all out heart Neymar, game changer.
yeah.
It depends on how he's gonna show up. If he shows up,
That's why it's tough to say, like, because I mean, if I was an Atalanta player and I'm fucking looking at who I'm playing next, you know what I mean? Like, I would be intimidated, despite how well we're playing as a team.
yeah.
So it's up to the manager, then Gasperini, to like try to solidify his men even more.
Yeah.
Make them realize you guys can fucking beat these guys. You guys Despite them tying Juve, they won the game.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Despite those 2 pens. They fucking won. They deserve to win 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And they're playing better football than Juve. And right now, I'm actually more confident for them to beat PSG than Juve beating Lyon.
Ooh,
That's
big statement.
That's how confident I am with Atalanta, of how well they're playing.
Yeah.
It's really amazing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's they're really well coached by Gasperini.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's besides Barcelona and Napoli, obviously. PSG Atalanta is a game I'm like tuning in.
Yeah, 100%.
No matter what
100%.
fucking time it's at, what day, I'm there. Watching.
And don't forget, for PSG, they're going to have the big push because they're losing their captain at the end of the season.
Yeah,
So it's his last chance to actually lift Champions League, the cup.
Thiago
Thiago
Silva.
Oh, Thiago Silva.
It's his last shot now with PSG, so that's gonna be another push. It's your captain for the past 100 years. Don't you think you want to push it and win?
They gotta slap that trademark that they have for being choke artists in Europe because
At least do it for Silva.
I mean, okay, even though they slapped that team, the Liga and team 9-0, they haven't been playing.
No.
So that could be a major factor too.
Yep.
You know, because they're not game form like the rest of the teams, because the rest of the leagues have been playing. Even Bayern too.
Yeah.
But I don't see it happening because even after COVID, they just came out guns blazing.
They only had one bad game after COVID, and they still won 2-0.
Anything else that we want to add? There's other news that you want to add?
Because you went to the bathroom. Do you have anything for the...
I already gave my prediction for the final.
Oh, that's true.
Cool.
For the other news, I just wanted to mention a couple of transfer rumors that I saw, and I'll kind of go through them a bit quick here. So Juve was looking at Greenwood last year. Apparently, they offered him life-changing money, but the Red Devils were able to convince him to stay. So I think that worked out for both him and the club, because you just see him this year, and he looks like a world-class stud already.
Imagine Juve would have stolen another Manchester United top player like they did with Pogba.
and sell it back to him for 100 mil.
Yeah, exactly. So,
No,
which he has the potential to reach that much money. But anyways, we're looking down the road a bit, but we see what he's capable of.
Mbappe numbers at that age.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm happy. That's how good their scouting is, though.
yeah.
This Juve,
It proves that they have that team.
They saw him play and they're like, that's fucking.
You guys have that lockdown, Juve.
City are eyeing Alaba because Bayern would rather sell him now versus next season, where they would lose him for free.
And Pep said today that he's their number one target for the summer.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, but it makes sense because he can play both center back and left back.
And how's this
And
guy?
CDM.
And how's this guy at
And
Bayern?
CDM too.
And
Yeah.
CDM.
They don't need to see it. Well, I mean, actually, if they lose Fernandinho,
Well, they have Rodrigo.
yeah, but Pep likes to
Gundogan.
switch. He needs that switch though. He always needs those extra numbers.
But you know what? I don't think Alaba is the type of player right now in his career, because he is getting older and he has suffered injuries.
Bro, he's only 28. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, he's not old.
And don't
George.
forget, you're not asking the same of him when you're playing him at center back versus left back, where you need to run up and down.
Where you're gunning it, yeah.
Where center
He
back,
still has
Especially in
that
the PL.
Speed, bro. Still has that speed.
Yeah.
for a center back, he's the perfect guy for us. But the only thing is that I don't know where he would play him because Laporte plays on that left side, so I don't know how that would work. But anyways, I'm
Bro,
still
you were
curious.
saying a lot of last episode your left back position is
I don't know, but to
needs,
play Alaba
needs
there,
rejuvenation.
okay.
No, Alaba has the experience at left back. He's only been playing center back
and
this
he's
season.
played with Pep before,
Yeah.
Exactly.
So he knows
He
what
loved him.
he knows what he's asking for.
I see, speaking of Alba, I see him more at Chelsea as a better fit because Alonso's out the door. And I see...
Emerson too. He's out the door.
And-
to him last week, I think.
And I don't know why, I see him more in a Chelsea jersey. But if you guys end up getting him, that's massive. And,
Well-
and on top of Koulibaly that you guys are looking at,
Yeah.
which would be
That's a
insane.
no-brainer.
Sorry?
If we manage to have, I don't know how the fuck they managed to get both, but if we get both,
Oh, that'd be awesome.
then Koulibaly's center back and put him left.
Especially now that the ban is off and they have Champions League now.
Oh, which we didn't talk about.
Okay, we could bring it up right now. It actually
Yeah.
is true.
Which, by the way, before you get into it, their budget is set at £150 million transfer
Well,
budget.
that's a rumor, I think. I don't know if that's official.
I think Pep said it himself.
Oh, he
today
did?
in that same post that I read about.
Okay,
this,
okay.
He's salivating right now.
Yeah.
Salivating. He's looking at the back four. He's like, y'all.
And
done.
they've always had a good they have good reputation in terms of signing. Like whoever he wants, they usually get.
Yeah.
It's normally like a special circumstance where it won't happen, but in reality, like I mean, like
Well, who haven't they gotten that they've wanted.
Well, thank God we didn't get him, but Jorginho, that was one of them. Thank God for that.
What?
Yeah. When he was leaving Napoli, it was between City and Chelsea, and City were like literally at the last final second of signing him, and then he decided he wanted to go with.
I'm sorry.
Bro,
Sorry.
You have no idea how well he was doing at Napoli.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Assist machine.
I personally just don't like him, but that's
Also,
me.
another big one is Virgil van Dijk. He was on their radar. They were about to submit an offer, but Southampton were asking for
75.
something out of City's budget, so they backed out. It's another
City
one.
has a budget.
Thank you. You just stole the words out of my
Didn't show today in the courts.
No, it didn't. So the official ruling, the appeal. I can't speak today, guys.
No, it's all right. The appeal, yeah. They submitted an appeal in June, right?
Yeah.
Right.
They went to court and they won the case.
There you go.
Okay,
There you
so
go.
they're not getting the 2 fucking year ban. City's gonna be playing Champions League fucking football.
And that's
There,
what he's
I
been-
said
That's
it.
what he's been smiling since we pressed record.
Yeah, 100%. It
So,
was a great. It was
huge,
a great
huge
morning.
news.
It was a great morning. I'll say that much.
Huge news for City. And when I saw it too, I saw it when I woke up at like 5 a.m. I was like, oh.
I was, for me, I was just worried about the consequences, not just about Champions League, but I remember we even spoke about it on the podcast like many episodes ago, where there were different rumors of different
Fines.
fines, but I'm looking for a different word. Punishments that I'm looking for. So there were rumors of them going down the league, going to the Championship League.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was a joke.
there was some crazy
I don't know if that was a
shit
joke I saw online, but I was seeing a lot of rumors.
going to the Championship League.
Imagine that.
I was just worried of anything at that point. So for me, when I woke up to the news, it was a great feeling because now we can just focus on the more important things like the FA Cup, finishing second, which I think we've already done, obviously.
Well, continuing on that FA Cup comment over there.
Yes.
Pep doesn't think it's so important. He said
yes, I saw that comment. I did.
he said that making top 4 in EPL is much more important than
Now,
winning the FA Cup.
the thing with Pep, which is I find hilarious with him, is he always seems to make like his situation look better than what it is, if that makes sense. So because he can't finish above second, he needs to make second look amazing,
So that's why he said the comment.
obviously.
But another reason why I think he said it is because if you win FA Cup, you automatically grab a berth to the Europa League, which is like,
Okay.
not that big. It's Europa. It's big for a team like Arsenal.
Yeah,
If that happens-
obviously.
Or
And if-
Tottenham.
Or but they're not in it. Or Chelsea.
Listen now. We're making top 4. I don't care what anyone fucking
You are
says.
making top 4.
Thank you.
No, but just imagine, bro. Arsenal win FA Cup. That steals a spot from 6th. So whoever ends up in 6th place doesn't end up in Europa League. That's basically what it means.
Wow.
Are you
If
sure?
Arsenal win. Yeah, I
Not
just searched it up
okay, so
yesterday.
not both of them get entered? Okay.
The automatic qualification to Europa is 5th place officially
Okay.
in EPL.
And 6 is like it's
6th is if
If that doesn't
someone
happen.
like a top 5 team wins FA Cup, so it goes down.
They're already
to 6th.
through. That's what he's saying. They're already through, so then they get the spot.
interesting.
So yeah, Arsenal can rain on everyone's parade.
This is gonna be the first time in 5 years we're not making Champions League. It fucking hurts. It hurts.
You get to concentrate on EPL, bro. What can I say? And the Carabao Cup.
Hey,
And the Audi Cup.
that's not the worst situation. You regroup. You have Mourinho this time for a full season, and
And you can focus on one.
you focus on
one season.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's okay. I think
You
for
don't
them-
have to play extra tournaments. You can focus on one season, and you can make a good run for
and-
the
and
title.
You might even see the players that were normally getting injured because of so much playing time. You might see them actually play out a full season this time
Yeah,
around, and you
true.
might see a way different. What am I saying? Position next season in terms of tables and whatnot.
Like standing.
Standing.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Cool.
But if they make Europa, they obviously have the same amount of games, if not more, because there's like a round of
64?
32.
32, yeah.
64.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm pretty sure it's 64.
Yeah, because
the first round.
it's all the rejects of Champions League.
That
They
make it to the
they,
round.
they end up going to Europa League after the group stages.
Yeah.
the third place teams
Yeah.
of each group. Yeah,
That's why Inter had a pretty good run, but then they lost. I think
I don't know, bro.
in the Europa League.
So just to
I don't
quickly-
even know what the
No,
fuck's
no,
happening.
they're
with
still
Europe.
in it.
They're still in it.
To quickly end the Champions League ban getting overturned, it's just it's important for us to finish the league strong, even if we already know we're finishing second, because we need to bring that form straight into Champions League because it won't be easy, and we have a long road to the final. So
You guys are facing Real Madrid.
yeah, exactly.
Watch out for that
And
VAR.
we've had, and it's funny you brought that up because you're a Spurs fan, but we've had issues with VAR against Spurs before.
Yes, big time.
So it's going to be, hopefully it isn't an issue in Champions League, but you never know. So this one's for United here. So if Sancho doesn't work out for them, United's going to look at Ousmane Dembele as an option.
Get that 100
side.
mil
They
back.
need somebody.
Fork up a minimum. I'll have 100 mil and take him.
Get that 100 mil back.
Grab the limoncello. Where is it?
Other side.
I just find it funny because now that they have Mason, like they're still ready to splash on that right side.
Dembele in a bottle.
Maybe they don't have high hopes for him continuing this. Maybe it's just a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
He's young too.
But to
huh?
spend
That
that,
could
much
be,
money, yeah, okay.
He's like really young.
So maybe just have somebody that he can kind of bounce back and forth with.
Could.
Listen, I have no problem with getting 100 mil back. I just don't want to sell a player.
You're not getting 100 million in belly. Don't do
like
that.
Coutinho, where they're fucking offering 20 mil, 30 mil. The fuck out of here.
You should
At that
get,
point,
like-
keep the player.
Yeah, if you're lucky, you'll get 50 for him.
No, stop. Keep him at that point.
I agree.
Dembele? No,
Dembele.
you don't sell him for 50.
That's it. I agree.
No.
I agree 100%. Leicester City are looking at Luka Jovic,
Get him out of Real Madrid.
and
Yeah.
get him out of Real. Fun fact about him that we actually forgot to mention before is that he's been quarantined after a visit from his infected friend. So he's been his season. Like I don't know, just his life in general this season has just gone from like shit to worse.
You think Hazard had a bad season? This guy
This guy something
had high
else.
hopes. They bought him. He's gonna kill it.
No, I'm all
But you ain't
about
taking that spot away from Benzema. That's the problem.
guaranteed. But I'm all about potential, and we've obviously seen what he can do and what he's capable of doing. So if he can go to a smaller team like Leicester, where the pressure of fucking Real Madrid isn't on him, we can start seeing the old him. I really believe that.
That's a nice fit for him. I wouldn't mind seeing him
Yeah.
playing Leicester.
This is a funny one for me. David Moyes wants both Lingard and Barkley at West Ham. I hate Lingard with every bone in my body.
The flute player. Every time he scores once every 5 years, plays a little flute.
Barkley, I can see him doing. Ross Barkley, I can see him doing well at West Ham. I'll be honest.
Do you want him to stay, George, or leave?
How do you feel about Ross leaving? Get what you can from him, I guess.
You're not gonna get much.
You're not. Maybe 20, 15, 20, I would
10.
say. Okay.
You know, and there was big hopes that it was a turnaround for his career coming from Everton. You know,
Yep.
the Scouser. Anyways, just
How old is he now?
No,
He must be like 26, 25, 26, I would say.
I'm on it.
someone look it up because I
Yeah,
don't
I'm on
even
it.
know.
But
But
I think he still has. I think he's gonna have one breakout year eventually, but like
I thought it was.
the talent is there.
We've seen it at Everton when
Yeah.
he had those breakout seasons at Everton. Like you saw what he can do, but ever since he left there, it was just downhill.
maybe you need to explore himself, figure himself out at a smaller club again.
I don't know. I think Lampard likes him.
Okay.
He does play him here and there. I mean, also Lampard does rotate the starting lineup frequently.
He's
But with added options now, you're not going to put Barkley over the guys that you bought, obviously. There's just going to be so many different options to pick from, and I would pick them over.
But the guys that we bought don't necessarily play the same position as Ross Barkley.
Agreed. But if you're playing Werner, Pulisic, and Ziyech,
Yeah.
you're playing Mount as your center attacking mid. You're not going to play Barkley, right? And then you have Kovacic. and you have
Kovacic
Kante.
is injured. And
No, but we're talking about next season, right?
Oh,
when
next
everyone's
season.
healthy, George.
When everyone's
Okay,
sorry,
you're
thank
saying-
you. When everyone's healthy, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, it's
There's no place for him.
it's Kante, Kante, Mount,
Kovacic.
and Kovacic
That's
in the
what I'm
middle.
saying.
Ross the boss is turning 27 December 5th.
So he's 26 right now.
Yeah, yo.
He's my age. Well, soon to be.
Is he born on your birthday too?
Hey, yo, come on, guys. What are the odds of Rebic? Year,
No one
everything, man.
Fucking
All
cares.
right, say the next rumor because I want to say something about
Yeah,
this.
so this one's actually a scary one because Arsenal,
Cares.
they want to make Ceballos permanent because he's a lone move right now. But clubs like AC Milan, Valencia, and Real Betis are looking for his signature.
If I'm Ceballos, I'm heading back to Spain, joining a team like Real Betis, looking at who they have in the squad, because I think him and Fekir and Canales, my boy, blood brother, could link up well together in that midfield.
Which, by the way, they got a new coach.
Exactly,
They
which
got,
we forgot to mention before.
Manuel Pellegrini.
Old man should retire Pellegrini.
Maybe-
Don't understand it.
Maybe that's not a good thing.
Why wouldn't you give Arteta more time with him?
I don't know. I just
Especially if he fixes the back four?
He's not fixing it, bro.
You could see
I don't
a
have
really
a-
different Arsenal team next season, I'm telling you.
It's not happening.
I don't have a problem with him with Arteta. I just feel like he needs to go back to his roots, go back to Spain and figure out his football again. He's still young.
Okay.
And then maybe in 2-3 years make a push for EPL again.
People probably don't even realize how young he actually is.
He's
22,
22, 23, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying it. Like,
And then
you're
maybe
still very young. Figure out your football a bit more.
Yeah.
Go to a club like Betis who would be pushing for Europa League next season. Like I said, they have a good squad that he could have fun with. Sevilla is a great city. You know. He's a
he'd
young
be
boy.
awesome there. Yeah.
His agent, speak about Ceballos, when he went to Arsenal, he came out and said he's like, yeah, he wants to go to Arsenal, prove that he could play, and go back to Real Madrid after the season.
So that's it. Maybe he needs
That was the whole thing
a
of him
smaller
going.
team in Spain to prove that he could do what he can in Real Madrid.
I'm just gonna
Go for it.
I'm just gonna go based on looks. I know it sounds really stupid. I've never seen him play. I don't watch Arsenal, whatever. He needs to bulk up a little.
That's
For
a
EPL.
solid point.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
EPL, that's a solid point. Yep.
Because
But he has so much flair to him that he's able to get around guys. I've
Can he?
watched him. Yeah, he's
so
a
kind
very
of
nice
like
player.
like Mahrez.
But listen,
Mahrez can get away with it because he has the flair. I'm not saying they play the same
Yeah.
position or they're the same player, but
every skinny player that comes from outside of EPL that ends up in EPL always bulks up at least 5 to 10 pounds. Look at Silva; he wasn't he was much skinnier before.
Yeah.
Silva,
entering
David
the
Silva.
city.
David Silva. Okay.
Also, Mahrez. Look at him at the beginning of his Leicester career compared to now. He's a bit bigger. They all put on a bit of muscle.
They have no choice. It's too aggressive, man.
Yep.
I mean, he would fit at Milan too.
Ceballos.
I mean, yeah.
It'd be a nice. I think he's such a nice player that he'd fit at any of those teams that I mentioned before. AC Milan, Valencia,
Fuck
Betis.
Valencia, fucking cancer team now.
Yeah.
Ah,
I personally want him to stay at Arsenal. I think Arteta has the right mindset for the club. They just need to help him financially. Sell those guys for a bag of balls if you can, because Mustafi and fucking David Luiz need to get the fuck out of there. But Luiz did sign an extension, so he's going to be around there. But anyways, the whole point is if they can help him financially, he can really build his own team, and Ceballos would be the playmaker for that team.
So speaking of, since we're on the topic of Arsenal, Guendouzi, obviously we've said it before, has been linked to a move.
Yeah.
But he's also still training by himself. He's not training with the team.
Yeah.
So
This all happened, I think, after that Brighton game, where I think he said something to a player and shit
Fucking
hit the
choked
fan.
him.
Or he
He
choked
choked
him.
Or he
player,
strangled him and got no card.
But-
Nothing.
There's something that must have happened after the game with Arteta, because ever since that game with him at the club, it's like a non-thing now. Like, they don't want him there anymore. He's just nobody. He's training by himself at this point. So it's like,
which I thought was interesting. And
I think Arteta is really the type of coach that leans on respect for the game. So when he sees shit like
Oh, absolutely.
players
Well, he
going
came
out of
from
their
City.
way,
He learned from Pep.
exactly. When he sees things like players going out of their way to harm somebody else, that
Sit
like
your ass
draws a
down.
line. You know.
Yeah. And the last one, actually, I saw today was Germany will host Nations League match versus Spain in September, and then with other
Viva,
international
viva.
matches following after that. Because a lot of them were cancelled due to COVID. A lot of international games, basically, and this is going to be the
supposed
first
to be
one.
the Euro Cup this summer.
Yeah.
That I was supposed to attend.
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. Can you do next
Brother,
year?
the day of the derby, the London derby, was supposed to be the Euro Cup final.
Oh man,
Don't tell me that.
That's
Any
rough.
any other days that you need to?
I'm just saying, fun fact.
Was that your birthday
Fun
too?
fact.
That's all I have, boys. If you guys want to mention anything else, go for it.
I think I'm good.
We good to go.
Good to go.
We good to go, and that wraps up episode 32 of the 5-1 Formation podcast.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching, and thanks for tuning in. As always, we will be here next week.
Yes, sir.
Ciao, guys.
Peace.
Ciao, guys.